So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how these guys built a marketing empire and dissecting the funnels in which they were able to do it. If you don't know who they are, it's a guy called Taylor and Chris. They own a company called Traffic and Funnels, which is probably one of the biggest online marketing consultancy businesses in the world, I suppose. They came on the come up with the likes of Sam Ovens, etc., and they kind of leaded the online coaching consultancy slash we help coaches coach coaches type of movement. And what I'm going to be doing today is breaking down the funnels that allowed them to make what I believe, obviously I don't know their internal numbers, but multiple upon multiple millions a month. And I'm doing this type of video after I got a load of requests on Twitter for these guys. I did a similar video dissecting the funnels that Alex Hormozy used to grow Gym Launch, and that video took off on the channel. So you guys obviously like that content. So that's why I'm creating some more videos like this. So let's get into it then. And we'll look at the first funnel that they used to blow up. And it was called a case study funnel. Now, a case study funnel is kind of your regular VSL high ticket style funnel where you drive traffic to a landing page, you get people to opt in for a free training, someone watches the free training, at the end of the free training, you pitch to book a call, and then someone will book a call and you will get on the phone with them and you will close them into a high ticket client. Super, super simple. So let's have a look at the funnel. Now, before we dive into the case study funnel, I did find this on their website, and this has been actually a continuous theme throughout the company. It looks like is they've always done kind of like weekly newsletter style blogs or articles, and I believe they've even done some direct mail, like physical mail in the post as well. So it looks like part of their strategy alongside the direct response funnels was to write articles like this online, and you can see here that they're talking about the client kit program. And if I was to click this, it would probably take me to like an info page or something like that. You can see here that they're pushing people to apply for the coaching program as well. So this was part of the strategy. I don't know if they drove traffic with ads to this or whether it was just hosted on their website. But it looks like, all of this was either driving people to apply for the coaching program or getting people to basically opt in to the weekly newsletter. But regardless of that, and you can see here, each morning, thousands of business owners, marketers, and entrepreneurs begin their day reading our daily marketing letter. So they were obviously like doing daily marketing emails, which, is kind of standard, but also it was a clear way that they grew their company because they even still do it to this day, I believe. Now, let's look at the case study funnel. Here we go. So this was in 2016. You can see here, 2016, this was the funnel that they were using. You can even see on like the image on the landing page here, like Taylor looks very, very different to what he does now. So it's intriguing that they both did kind of like a webinar style. I don't know, I can't opt into this, unfortunately, and see the video, but I imagine it is a mix between a 90-minute webinar and a short VSL where they, again, pitch their coaching program and get you on the phone. So you can see here how we generate 10, 20, even 30 brand new high ticket clients each month with just one very simple online funnel. Whiteboard 2.0 training with Chris and Taylor. Watch this video to learn our super secret sauce that scaled our business from 30K to 6 figures per month. The one thing you need to produce real consistency and dependability in your income, and how to use just one very simple online funnel to attract and enroll clients whenever you need them. So there's really only, and the copy on here isn't crazy. Like if you were to do this now, this wouldn't work. Like there's just no way it would work. The market's moved on. It's more sophisticated. I'm sure they wouldn't mind me saying that. This was in 2016. Well, like the online coaching, online consultancy space was still very, very new. So what looks like basic copy to us now would have probably worked extremely well. Well, it did work extremely well back in 2016 because the buyer sophistication wasn't there and people didn't really understand sales funnels online advertising, direct response marketing, online clients. All of this was very, very new to people. So the copy is very basic and clear, but it needs to be because it's speaking to that type of audience who isn't that sophisticated, right? So how we generate 10, 20, 30 brand new high ticket clients each month with just one very simple online funnel. So again, funnels were a relatively new concept for people back in 2016. So this right now in today's world, this would not pique curiosity because everyone knows what an online funnel is. But back in 2016, people would have been like, what is a funnel? What is an online funnel? It looks simple. Like, people were overwhelmed with the tech. People didn't like building websites. So they were pressing on that pain by saying, hey, this is very simple. Again, in today's market, it wouldn't work because there's lots of funnel builders and web page builders that are very easy to build on. But back then, no one really knew how to create this stuff. So this would work perfectly. And again, you can see the type of people they're marketing to here, 30K to 6 figures per month. So they're targeting people who are already in business, obviously already who are on people who are already online coaches, and helping them basically get to the next level. And I believe, I'd have to guess because I can't watch the training, but just looking from this whiteboard image, you can see here that the using Facebook ads, because it says Facebook here, and then it's got a star and a person. So I imagine this is, targeting your specific dream customer because you've got other people that are crossed out here. So I imagine it's, hey, get very niche on your offer and find a dream client. So this looks like it would be a landing page. So you're driving Facebook traffic to a landing page. This says the hook, the headline. So a very basic landing page layout. And then it looks like it's sending them to basically a video. So you can see here, once they opt in, they've got like the email sign, and then you're sending them to a video. I think this says 50% of people. So I don't know if that's 50% of people opt in or 50% of people watch the video. And then it looks like you send them to an application. And then it looks like you send them to a calendar where you do the close and then you make money. So it's funny looking back. And I don't mean to laugh to like disrespect them, because at the time, again, this was like brand new. But here it just seems so basic. They're just basically showing the funnel that they're marketing, which is an application funnel, which, is what people like Sam Ovens were doing at the time as well. And I believe these guys actually were in Sam Ovens' course or coaching program themselves. So they probably saw what was working for Sam Ovens and then, tried to kind of model it themselves. I'm not too sure. I didn't see their ads back at that time, but that's pretty much looks like what it's doing. So very, very simple funnel. And it's just interesting how the market now has moved on and it's more sophisticated. And again, they could go at this time very broad, really. They're just saying brand new high ticket clients, could be any type of coach or consultant. As the market becomes more complex and it becomes more sophisticated, there's more of a need for us to niche down and become more specific with who we're actually talking to. So again, I don't want to, at the time it was brand new, but right now it's actually not that, anything crazy or anything like that. And you can see the opt-in is like a super basic ClickFunnels template. I don't know if they've done it on purpose, but typically what you would want is the button to be the same color as the button on the pop-up. They haven't even done that. So yeah, very, very interesting, but it's a very, very basic funnel, but it made them a shitload of money. So, I mean no disrespect by calling it basic. And then they basically moved on. And you can see here, this is 2018. So this is 2 years. This is March 2016. This is March 2018. Now, the page is fucked up because I just couldn't get the page to look like it does here. But if you dissect it down, you can look here at how it's transitioned. But it looks like it's pretty much the same thing. They've got a headline here that's online training for service providers and consultants, how we generate high-ticket clients using paid traffic and a simple 2-step funnel. Right? A new way to attract and enroll clients online, reserve my seat. It looks like it might have been a live webinar because they've got a specific date and time. Or I don't know if this was like an automated webinar. They were using an automated webinar software, but you got obviously the two people, Chris and Taylor, and then they've got some bullets here. So they've turned basically this part into a bullet section. And you can see it here. How to get people to apply to work with you in droves and pre-qualify them using ads, a simple trick that allows you to show your ads just to buyers. Fastest way to scale a business without having to work more hours. The exact copy of our simple funnel you can plug into your business to start booking clients from paid ads, right? Tons more, but running out of room here. Haha, right? So seats limited. I think, so it looks like the funnel's exactly the same. So it looks like the getting people to register for a free training, and I'm sure it will be a webinar / VSL where they get people to book in. So the flow is the same. The interesting thing is that obviously it's been 2 years. So the market has moved on. It has become more aware and more sophisticated. So you can see here that this is very paid ads based. They use, it's the same, it's pretty much the same headline, right? How we generate high ticket clients using a simple 2-step funnel. How we generate essentially high ticket clients with just one simple online funnel. So the copy's changed a bit, but it's how we generate high ticket clients with one funnel. It's the same thing. The only thing they've added is using paid traffic. They never told us it was paid traffic before. But here they do. And you can see in the bullet points, they mention Facebook ads specifically once, twice, and then paid advertising a third time. So it's very paid ads based. Here, they never mention it, but I'm sure they were using ads at this time. Now, the reason why I believe is because in 2016, not many people are aware of Facebook ads and what they are, and it might even scare them or put them off because they have no idea what Facebook ads are and they don't want to pay any money, right? They don't want to pay for advertising. So if they would have mentioned that at the top of the funnel, then maybe it would have put a lot of people off. People could have come here and be like, what are ads? I don't know what ads are. I don't want to spend any money. Like, that seems confusing and expensive. I don't want to do it. But in 2018, everyone's using paid advertising to grow their company, especially in the online coaching space. Facebook ads are hot. They work extremely well. The market now is aware of Facebook ads. They might not know how to use it, but they're aware that it's a thing and they have heard that it works extremely well. So that's why, most likely, they have put it into the into their copy, because they know now the market is aware, the awareness is there, the sophistication is there, so therefore they can start speaking to it. And they might have wanted to position themselves as, they're called traffic and funnels, so they probably wanted to position themselves as like the paid traffic guys, the Facebook ad guys, which is why they went heavy with that in the copywriting as well. Because at this time in 2018, the whole we help coaches online coaching stuff was taking off. I personally in 2018 was working as a salesperson, as a closer for a coaches company. We coach coaches how to grow. And one of the strategies we helped our clients do at that time was to use Facebook ads. So it was becoming the market was very aware, and obviously the coaching space was becoming more competitive. So maybe these guys thought, hey, if we position ourselves as the paid traffic guys, then that's going to be our area of differentiation. But at the same time as well, the market had become more aware of stuff. So there's a fine line between using stuff in your copy that piques curiosity, but then also mentioning stuff that confuses people and scares people away. And I believe if they were to start talking around, hey, use paid ads and paid Facebook ads to get high ticket clients back in 2016, it wouldn't have been as effective as to have just been a bit more general, get people into the funnel and then quickly explain how, Facebook ads work. Well, here it's completely different. Facebook ads is a hot topic and it's an area of interest for people, and people know it works. So therefore they are leaning on the ads angle. So it looks like to me, from when they started in, believe 2015, which is where they started this newsletter style, it looks like they started pretty much using ads and a case study funnel straight away to grow their company. However, when it got to around 2020, something changed. Now, the second funnel that they were for me anyway, at this point, I was very aware of them. And I knew, and they did lots of different stuff to get clients, by the way. There wasn't just ads to funnels. They had like Facebook groups and all that sort of good stuff. But what they did extremely well at this point in time, at around 2019, 2020, was they started releasing lots of low ticket front end offers. So if we go to the website, and this is August 2020, you can see on the website they've got a product directory, and they released a book, they released the packaging blueprint, which honestly don't know what it is, the turbo templates, so these are marketing templates people can use, and they've got a productivity pack, right? So these are all low ticket front end courses. And you can see here, this was an advertising workshop. So they had a Facebook advertising workshop where they taught people how to run Facebook ads. And I'll dissect the page in a second. And this is the turbo templates. So you can see here, $49 turbo templates. So this is the turbo templates. And they've basically used super, super long form sales letters to sell front end low ticket offers. Now, I'll dissect the funnel. So what I want to say about this is obviously someone comes in, say this ad workshop. I actually bought this ad workshop, funnily enough. I believe it was in 2020 when I bought it. And essentially what they did was you bought the advertising workshop for $49 or whatever it was. And then they would take you to an upsell where they would sell you a copywriting course. I believe it was like $297. And then if you didn't buy the copywriting course, they would downsell you the same course, but for $100 off. I don't have those pages, unfortunately. It would have been cool to get them, but I don't have the pages. But I know for a fact that it was $297 for the copywriting course. And then if you said no, they would sell you the same thing, but for $100 less for $197, I believe. Or maybe it was $197 to $97. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it was something like that. They sold you the same thing. Now, the goal of this funnel is to try and get the average order value as high as possible, right? So they get you in with a $49 offer, but they continue to upsell you to try and get your average, to get you to purchase a copywriting course for $300. So it bumps up the average order value. Now, there's a reason why I think they specifically changed their strategy around 2020 and 2022 to promote heavily these low ticket courses. And they were running lots of Facebook ads at the time. You can see this is in 2020. And I specifically remember seeing Productivity Pack and the Turbo templates on the newsfeed as ads. So they were driving a lot of traffic to these low ticket offers. Now, why do I think they did this? Well, again, it comes down to the market. So at this point in 2020, the coaches movement is very fierce, right? Extremely competitive. There's lots of people doing the same things. And pretty much everyone at this point has heard of this type of funnel, right? The case study funnel. Sam Ovens, I suppose, kind of like made it super famous in the online marketing space, and these guys as well, probably. But the market became very saturated around 2020. So this type of funnel didn't work that well at this point, right? In 2020, this funnel was becoming less and less effective. I'm sure there was still people making a ton of money with this stuff, but there's a reason why these guys switched strategy. And it would have been because this funnel that they were running, right, the case study funnel, wouldn't have been making the money. If it was still making the money, I'm sure they would be still running the ads to it. But the thing is that they changed their strategy. So what they did was start selling these low ticket courses. And there's a point basically in the marketplace when you become so big, so like traffic and funnels, when you market and spend so much money on advertising, like most people have heard at you at this point. So if you keep selling them the same thing, i.e. trying to get them to opt into a free training, there's basically, if you have 100% of a market, there's only going to be, say, a certain percentage of that market who are willing and open to opt in to a free training, right? Even if you show the ad 1 million times to people, you're never going to get 100% of people to opt into a funnel. There's just going to be some people that don't want to register for a free online training, right? That's just it. So what they're doing with this is offering a new front end offer. So now they're selling books and low ticket courses, because the person who is likely to opt in to a free training like this might not be likely to purchase this low ticket course. And at the same time, Someone who is willing to purchase a low ticket course might not be interested in opting in for a free training. It's just a different type of buyer. And that's why people have different front end funnels, is to try and capture the whole 100% of the market. That's why people sell books, online courses, free challenges, free webinars, all of these different front end offers. That is because they are trying to put different offers out there to appeal to at least try and get 100% of people of the market to, opt in to their email list or become a customer. Now, the cool thing what these guys did, you can see here that we had marketing templates, we had an advertising course, we had a productivity course. So you can see here that they were basically marketing with lots of different angles, right? I believe these templates were social media posts, right? Organic, right? So this is free, organic, this is ad templates, so maybe ads as well. I think this might be a bonus. But I think most of these were post templates for organic social media. Then they had an advertising training and then a productivity one. So they're appealing to lots of different angles and different types of people, right? Because again, there's going to be a certain type of person who's interested in running ads. And there's going to be a type of person that, only wants to market organically and they don't want to pay for ads. So they're not going to buy an ads workshop. So they are doing lots of different angles of their ideal customer. So their ideal customer is an online coach. And there's going to be some online coaches who are interested in paid ads, some who are interested in organic marketing, and then also some who are like high performers and want to become more productive. So they're going for lots of different angles, which I think is really cool. Now, what I would say with this type of funnel, it's not something that you should do as a beginner, because this is the most complex type of funnel, I believe, to get working, especially with paid advertising, because it's not easy. And you've got to have deep pockets and a lot of money to test. But you've got to go deep in the water to try and get it profitable. You have to spend a lot of money up front to test this page to make sure that it becomes profitable. And you might have to spend $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20,000 before getting this type of funnel profitable. So it's definitely not a beginner, but obviously in like 2020, when they started doing this stuff, they had a lot of money. So they had the budget to spend. And what I will say on this page, you can see that these are like super long form, well-written sales pages. I believe like some of these were like the longest / the best that I saw in the industry at the time. And they're very story-based. You can see that for the most part, in the beginning, they lean on a story. So this is Taylor talking about his own story when it comes to this sort of stuff. I believe this is Chris after the social proof. He goes into his own personal story. And I know the productivity pack, Taylor went into his own story about how he was burnt out with his wife, who was unhappy with him working so much. So they use very long form, story-based sales pages. And they also use a ton of curiosity. So you can see here, new profitable scaling with our internal CBO plus MVP method. We don't have a clue what this MVP method is. So the whole premise here is curiosity, for them to make you feel like they know something that you don't. Like, look, they're using like kind of formulas here to confuse us, to make us feel like we don't know something, and then they're going to provide the solution inside the training. And you can see some of the copy here as well. Full X-ray breakdown of our free to top, plus get all hidden ad layout that shows you what to say and where to say it. Like how to make Facebook do all the heavy lifting for you. How to quickly and cheaply identify the perfect audience. Our proven three-phase MVP method. Like a lot of this stuff, you don't really know what it is. The pseudo retargeting map, like what is that? 2 vital factors that determine your success. The simple formula for spinning up hyper organic ads at will. the quick advertising objective trick that sidesteps the dreaded ad tax. A lot of this stuff doesn't actually mean anything to the customer, but because they've got a ton of social proof, and then they make you feel inadequate because you're like, damn, these guys are saying words that I don't even know what they mean. You are going to believe that they know something that you don't, and therefore you are going to pay them. Like they don't outline their advertising strategy. They don't actually show any type of competence in terms of like teaching you anything on this page. All it is like fierce curiosity based copy and a ton of social proof. And that's the key. You can only do this type of copy where you're like super curiosity based, where you're not really teaching or showing anything. You can only do that if you have a ton of social proof. If they didn't have this social proof and they started writing this copy, I'd be like, who the fuck are you guys? Like, I don't know who you are. Why should I listen to you? Why do I feel like you've got something that I don't? But because they've got all the social proof, it adds power to the curiosity-based copy. And what I will say as well for this is in 2020 or in 2022, when this page was still live, like Facebook ads was competitive. Like Facebook ads wasn't a new shiny object at this point. And by 2020, there were lots of different courses teaching Facebook ads. So for you to sell something that is so saturated, for you to sell something that so many other people are selling, the only true real way is to show them social proof and lean on that. Because you can be like, you with this sales page, because Facebook ads is saturated, you can't sell them a new opportunity with Facebook because everyone knows how it works. Everyone's heard of Facebook. Everyone knows people run ads and they know they can make money from it. So there's no like new opportunity. There's no real like USP in like that they could have sold. Maybe like, again, they've tried to do it with like, hey, we've got like a super duper secret MVP method, which is kind of the USP, but it's still extremely difficult. The only reason, again, this page works is because they have absolutely hammered it with social proof. And that's why, and you'll probably see, if I'm not mistaken, in the turbo templates, they start and they go into basically like, they go into the copy, right? With the advertising workshop, number one, they've got 5 stars and a review here above the fold. And they've got a shitload of social proof without even writing any copy, without going into the story. All they've done is hammered you with social proof. And if you scroll down, there's even a ton more stuff, I believe, at some point. I've kind of lost it now, but it was there. But the point is, they decided, well, if we're going to sell a Facebook course, and with it being so saturated, the only way we're going to be able to get people to buy is by leading with social proof. So if you sell like a really saturated service right now, so say you do email marketing for ecom, or you sell Facebook ads for ecom, right? You can't really be like, hey, have you heard about email marketing? Hey, have you heard about Facebook ads? Hey, we've got this new unique way to send emails. We got this new unique way to drive traffic to your site. No, everyone knows about email marketing. Everyone knows about Facebook. So if you really want to stand out and get more customers, you've really got to lead with a load of social proof to show that you are actually good at it, because you can't really sell the service because they're already aware of it. But you can sell the results. And that's what you do in a hyper competitive market. So that's it for this video. The 2 main funnels that they've been using, case study funnel, then a low ticket front end. I believe right now, if you go to the website, they've actually changed strategy a tiny little bit. I think they are now targeting, instead of like coaches and consultants, yeah, they're still they're mainly going after freelancers though, which is an interesting thing. And it looks like they've gone back to kind of like a short VSL style training, but they've changed the market a tiny bit. If you do like these types of videos where I do the funnel dissection, put in the comments section the different types of people you would like me to funnel hack, and I can show the funnels that they use to grow their companies successfully.